started emerging in Hong Kong in the 1940s as the local rendition of the British custard tart. The egg tart, or Dan Tart, quickly became a Hong Kong afternoon tea favorite. There are hundreds of places around the city that serve them up. Without this competition, a name that always seems to be at the forefront of this conversation is Tai Chuan Bakery, established all the way back in 1954. And another one, which is well known for its puff pastry, the Gold Garden Restaurant. Today, let's hand over to both of them and try their egg tarts to see if these places live up to their stellar reputation. The history of these local snacks reflects Hong Kong's unique cultural identity as a fusion between the East and the West.
Back in the day, Guangzhou was an international trading hub, and it's believed that British traders and officials in the 1920s started to bring with them the recipe of a much-loved English traditional food, the English custard tart. From there, it's thought that local Cantonese chefs got the recipe and kind of trickled it using more readily available ingredients, basically swapping out custard and butter with lard milk and eggs. Then the recipe slowly trickled down to Hong Kong, and the Hong Kong egg tart was born. Upon arriving in Hong Kong, the tarts tended to be served only for the fashionable elites. It wasn't until the post-war where Hong Kong's economic suffered as a result of slowing global trade after World War II and the Civil War in mainland China. Since then, Cha Chan Teng started to emerge, bringing Western-inspired dishes at affordable prices. The egg tarts surged in popularity and become one of the favorite snacks of the average Hong Konger.
Now let's go in and try the egg tart at this renowned place.
I cannot wait, and I'm actually quite hungry and in the mood for something a little bit sweet.
So we have now got our egg tart. They indeed offer two types, the original short crust and the puff pastry. But this bakery is said to be the first in the city that came up with the chocolate egg tart recipe. So we are gonna try the headliner first.
I can't wait, and these two both look and smell delicious. Yeah, some cheers.
How is it?
I think a bit sweet for me.
But I think the crust tastes quite good because it's firm at the first time and then your teeth just sink into the pudding. Yeah, and the bites will crumble in your mouth. So I think it's quite good.
Yeah, I don't always eat egg tart at Hong Kong, but good experience.
Okay, next let's go to the Gold Garden restaurant to try their puff pastry egg tart.
First thing I noticed is that this egg tart is harder to handle and it's really hot.
That's not really a big deal because sometimes it's quite fun to have a messy dessert, right? But yeah, the crumble will be everywhere and it's better to have a plate or cup under for this one.
I think this one is way more delicious because it's hot and the last one is quite cold.
The pudding is more thick. The puff pastry a little bit sweeter than the short crust one. I love the short crust one before because I'm not that into sweet, but this one, puff pastry a little bit sweeter than the short crust. But then for the pudding, I would love the thicker one because I really love eating custard puddings. I realized there are actually many more modern flavors today. For example, durian, cheesecake, egg tart. Would you love to try it next time?
Sure, let's try it next time.
We have been in these two places for around 15 to 20 minutes and we have already seen many people going in and pick up their egg tarts. We could just appreciate places as a neighborhood hotspots and for a good reason, because their egg tarts are absolutely delicious.
Speaking of hotspots, I can see the egg tarts are on little hot plates inside a glass panel that you can see them in the display cabinet. I would really recommend you to eat it soon after you get it to get that extra bit of warmth and creaminess in the pudding.
Be careful not to burn your tongue.
Of course I won't. And that concludes our time for the egg tart journey. Thanks for joining us.
We hope you liked this video, and if so, please like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and see you next time.
Bye.